What's up, everybody? So I'm gonna make a series of videos all about my life, and I'm gonna call it "It's a Beautiful Day to Live." And it's funny because my life has not been sweet at all, but you know what? At the end of the day, the sun still comes out, and we still try. I got this motto, and I took it from Pinky and the Brain, always trying to take over the world. Anyway, listen, don't judge me. I'ma share, open up my life to you, and I'm gonna tell you like this: my life is like a horror movie with some action, a little bit of sci-fi, you know. So get your popcorn and your soda and prepare. You know what I'm saying? Get ready, man. It's not safe out here. Anyway, where should I begin? Hey, let's talk about my birth, a little bit before my birth. Well, my moms and my pops, they both grew up in Brooklyn on the same block. Back in the 60s, my mom was a virgin. I don't know if I can call her a good girl. I mean, she was out there scrapping, fighting, carrying on. My father was like the neighborhood Debo of the block. This dude was like, a giant. My pops is 6'5", cock diesel, strong as hell. Around the neighborhood, everybody knew him as Charlie Rock. This dude was the original, like, Debo, what I'm saying, of the block in Brooklyn, So, him and my moms, they grew up on the same block, and they got together, and boom, here I am, well, many, many years later. Could you imagine me coming out of my mom's this big? Ah, what a tough birth that would have been. But anyway, my pops wasn't in my life, and the reason why my pops wasn't in my life is because of my moms. My mom told him back in the days that I wasn't his kid, I wasn't his son. And from what she told me is that my pops was terrorizing the community so much that people wanted to kill him. So she felt that if they knew that I was his son, they would have killed me. And was that a good enough reason? I don't know about all of that, But what I do know is that my pops, he wasn't the favorite child of his mother, His mother, my pops, his mother had about 4 kids before him. She was married to his father, and she had 2 sons, 2 daughters. And what happened is her husband, which is my father's father at the time, he took the kids and left. And he just took them. She never seen them again until many years later. But what he didn't know is that she was pregnant, which happened to be my father. And she moved to Brooklyn, and that's where he grew up. My mother came from a big family. My grandmother on my mother's side had 10 kids. She had 10 kids, and 7 daughters, 3 sons. Yeah, it's a big family, big family. So anyway, they met on the same block. And it's so funny. When I was born, it's funny that, I wasn't the favorite. I'm the only child, but I wasn't the favorite of my family. I was despised because of my father. It's so crazy. When I was an infant, my mother wouldn't let my father see me. So what happened is, my father took a brick, threw it, boom, and he bust the window of my grandmother's house. So for the whole winter, my family was freezing. Like, it was freezing cold because they could not get that window fixed. And you know how it was. You poor, you poor in the hood. What, your window broke, what you gonna do about it? You can't do anything about it. Housing, they gonna sit on their ass. So that's what happened. So because of that, I was despised, by my aunts and uncles, for real. You know what I'm saying? But so I didn't grow up around my father, but you know what? He grew up in and out of my life. But let me backtrack a little bit about my mom saying that I wasn't his and scared that, my life would be in jeopardy. My father, well, anyway, so my father's mother wound up having 3 more kids, and she had a son. And she had a son named TC. He was a smooth dude, back in the 80s. He was smooth, handsome. Everybody loved him. He was a good guy, the opposite of my father. And so what happened is that my father had some enemies, and the enemies wound up murdering his brother TC. And my father was never the same after that again. He felt guilty. He felt that, you know, these people really wanted to kill him, but since they couldn't get to him, they killed his brother. And I messed him up in there. He was never the same. His mother wasn't the same again. You know, my grandmother, she, you know, I know in her heart, she felt it was this guy, you know, that should have got killed, which was my pops. So I guess because of that, my mom's probably feared for my life. But was it right to still say that I wasn't his son? I don't know. But I never liked my pops growing up. You know, this guy wasn't a good guy at all. I mean, this guy, I used to have nightmares about my pops. And the reason why is because, I don't know if I already said it, this guy was like 6'5", giant, and I'm a little kid. This guy, I remember he sicked the dog on me one time. Like I was a little kid, you know, I'm probably like 3 years old, I don't even remember this shit. He made me fight the dog ate my ass up. I mean, ate my ass up. I was traumatized. I never want to go over there to this dude's house again. I remember when I was like 3 years old, he had me shooting a gun. Had me shooting a gun when I was like 3 years old. Yeah, and I used to like to dance. Like in my family, you know, we listen to music. We you know, we get the pillow and we ride back and forth. And this dude, I guess he thinking I'm crazy because I'm doing rocking back and forth the music because, you know, that's what I see my aunts and uncles doing. This dude see me now, you know, smack me upside my head. What you doing, boy? You know, shit like that. So, you know, and plus also my father used to like to walk everywhere, you know what I'm saying, like, and me and my little feet and shit, and I was lazy. I was a fat kid back in the days. I'm not trying to walk all over the place, you know, with little kids, you know, 2, 3 years old, they can't do all that walking like you gotta pick them up, you know, not this guy. So, all my experiences with my father, I hated this guy. I hated this guy growing up. I used to have nightmares about my pops, you know, trying to kill me, you know, all the time. But, I remember something my father said to me when I was younger. He said, I know when you get older, you're probably going to try to do something to me. But just know, I'll twist your shit back. That's what he told me. And then I always thought to myself, yep, watch when I get older. So I'm going to get even. I always thought that. I got my chance. Something did happen. Anyway, stay tuned to the next video. I'm gonna continue it from where we left off.